They tried to fine me $1,000 for my mailbox big mistake. It started with a paper taped to my door one morning. Notice of violation, unapproved mailbox installation. I couldn't help but laugh. My mailbox was brand new, sturdy, clean and custom made, with my house number engraved in metal. I had replaced the old rusted one after a storm knocked it down. It looked 100 times better than most mailboxes in the neighborhood. But apparently it didn't follow the aesthetic standards of the HOA. I flipped through the HOA handbook. Nothing specific, just a vague rule about maintaining visual harmony in the community. So I filed an appeal. A few days later they doubled the fine, then they tripled it. By the end of the month they claimed I owed $10,000 for a mailbox. They couldn't even explain what was wrong with. I emailed, I called, I attended their next board meeting. They shrugged me off with polite smiles and empty answers. That's when I realized this wasn't about rules. It was about control. What they didn't know. I'm a contract lawyer. I immediately filed a request under state law for access to all HOA documents, financial records, email communications, board decisions, everything. They ignored me. So I took it to court. Once the judge ordered them to release the files, I uncovered the truth. The HOA president had signed a shady deal with his brother-in-law's company to install mailboxes. The contract forced homeowners to buy only from that company at inflated prices. And anyone who didn't, they'd be fined into submission. It was a scam. I gathered every document, filed a lawsuit, and reported the HOA to the state regulatory office. But I didn't stop there. I sent what I found to every homeowner in the neighborhood. The response was electric. Dozens of residents joined my case. Soon the local news picked it up, then regional outlets followed. In court, the judge not only dismissed every fine, they dissolved the entire HOA board. Fraud, abuse of power, and violations of state law. The president was fined and barred from serving on any board again. His brother-in-law's company blacklisted. We elected a new board. This time made of real neighbors who cared about the community, not about power. And that unapproved mailbox, still standing, still solid, still completely mine. They thought a bogus fine would scare me. But instead I took down their entire scam. If you enjoyed this story, hit subscribe for more real tales of justice, revenge and standing up to power.